and welcome to my channel. I'm Kristen, and today we're doing some DIYs using the Dollar Tree florals and fall leaves, all the things, along with some thrifted decor that I picked up at some yard sales recently. So the first thing we're going to do is make a wreath. It's been a while. I got this grapevine wreath from a yard sale for only 25 cents. Also this greenery, it's a boxwood greenery, normally from Walmart, but also came from the same yard sale. And I just tore the boxwood apart and I'm kind of just adding it in a bunch of different spaces on the wreath. So I'm just doing this to fill in some space, but it's really not necessary if you don't want the green in your fall decor. So I totally get that, but I just like it. I think the boxwood always looks really good with all kinds of fall florals. I really liked these leaves from Dollar Tree. I just think they're so pretty, and I really love the reds and the yellows and oranges for fall season. I just think it's so pretty and vibrant, and I don't do a ton of color except around fall time, usually springtime and Christmas. So I don't do a lot of colors. So when I do, I want to use a lot. And I just kind of made a pattern with the fall leaves. And then you can add whatever you choose into this. I just kind of started adding some more greenery to this. I just thought that some of those holes and they just need to be filled. And then I cut down these flowers. I'm not sure what they're called, but I'm just kind of adding it in. They're kind of smaller. I did cut them down. I just used tin snips, and it works perfect for cutting flowers and anything wire. So once that was done, I had some pumpkins that I just had for the last few years, more than likely from Dollar Tree. I'm just adding a couple to this wreath, and then I thought I would add some smaller corn cobs as well, and you can grab those from Hobby Lobby. I just think they're really cute to add into your trays, or if you want some smaller pieces to add into a wreath, you could do that as well. But I think this is absolutely adorable, and I did glue my pumpkins and my corn to the leaves, so I was able to reuse this grapevine wreath if I wanted to. Large vase came from the Goodwill outlet. It was only $2.49. It is pretty heavy, so I did set it down. It does have some scuffs on it, and it looks like maybe someone previously painted it because it looked a little red underneath. And also this cute little vase that was only $1 from a yard sale. I decided to go ahead and use this burnished amber spray paint. This is by Rust-Oleum, and I have not bought spray paint in a while, but it is so expensive. I think this one was $12, but it's going to go a long way. I'm going to be able to do a ton of different DIYs with it. So I always feel if I can make at least 5 or 6 crafts or spray paint 5 or 6 things with a can of spray paint, then I definitely got my money's worth. So I'm just using a spray tent and some of these little furniture movers, but this is what it looks like when this vase is done, and I'm just adding some greenery. These are kind of like fall greenery pieces. I thought that they kind of looked like that at least. I picked them up at a yard sale quite a few years ago, and I don't use these very often, but I thought that this would look really pretty stuck in this vase. And I left things kind of plain in this video because you just never know if you're going to want to reuse something. And then little did I know when everything was done that there is like some dust and some hairs, of course, on this vase, but I think if I flipped it around, you would never see them. I also want to show you guys what this one looks like when it is done. I threw in some Dollar Tree florals, and I just think this looks so pretty because I will be able to use it year round because it says like I'm fall because there's fall florals in it, but it doesn't really mean it's fall. In today's video, I do want to thank Membrane Solutions for sponsoring today's video. They sent me their MSA3 air purifier, and I have been using it in my home now for over 2 months. And as a crafter and a pet owner, having an air purifier is 100% necessary. I love that it's also lightweight, so I can pick it up and move it all around my home. So when I'm in my craft room using my X-Tool laser engraver or my tumbler press, I definitely need some kind of air purifier in there. This is what my filter looks like after 2 months of use, and it actually looks kind of disgusting, but at least we know that it's working. The MSA3 works in spaces as large as 1,590 square feet. It is a HEPA True 3-in-1 filter. They also have a specialized deodorizing filter that helps remove pet odors. And not only does it remove odors, but it cleans indoor air, helps remove 99.7% of allergens, dust, and pollen. I also love that it's super quiet, so we can have this running all the time and it doesn't bother anybody. And when you press the sleep button at the top, this air purifier becomes more quiet. You can barely even hear it. And it is so easy to put the filter in, put the cover on, and you are all set and ready to go. There's a few different features. I love the turbo. It's a lot louder, but it's still very quiet. And the light, you can have the light on or off. And when it is off, it is still running and works great. The sleep mode I also use at nighttime when necessary. But if you guys want to check out the MSA3 air purifier, I will leave the link down below in the description box so you guys can check it out. All right, this next DIY, this is obviously a wheelbarrow. I picked this up at a yard sale and I think it was 25 cents, 50 cents, super inexpensive. And I'm just pulling all of the florals and leaves out. I am leaving the moss. It doesn't smell. I did smell it, which is weird, but not weird at the same time, because you don't want to be buying some stinky yard sale stuff, because most of the time you can't get this smell out to save your life. But I'm going to go ahead and paint over this. I'm just using the color Hazelnut by Waverly Chalk Paint. And then once that was good to go, I did end up using 2 coats, but once it was good to go and dry, I went ahead and dry brushed over the top with the color Truffle, which is also by Waverly. I didn't take the moss out because I really don't have any more, but I did want to add some other florals. And like I said in the beginning of this video, I made a lot of things kind of basic and kind of plain, but I wanted to be able to reuse them. So, I mean, I would have loved to kind of use my Chalk Couture for this, or even Cricut, because one, with Cricut, you can always take that vinyl off and redo your projects if you wanted to with the like reusable or removable vinyl. But for me, I didn't want to put like fresh farm apples on here. I didn't want to put the pumpkins on here just in case I didn't want pumpkins in there later on, or if I didn't want apples. So I kind of just went pretty plain, and I only painted the box. Everything else was in really great condition. But I had this little pick. This was from Walmart a couple years ago, or even maybe last year. And then we have some florals and leaves from Dollar Tree. And then I just cut them down and kind of just stuck them in a bunch of different places and added some pumpkins and gourds later on. And I just think this is the cutest little wheelbarrow because I can reuse it for other seasons or holidays. It would be really cute for Easter, adding carrots or something to this. Any decor piece that I can use for multiple seasons or holidays or all the time, it's like right up my alley, because I just seem to have so much fall and so much Christmas, and obviously you can only use it for those specific times. So having something that I could like pull the florals or the leaves out and reuse it. And I did notice later on that that pumpkin does need to be pushed down quite a bit. So stare at this demo all you want. It's showing. I mean, that's my bad, but I think this is absolutely adorable. Also found this brand new Target wood crate from a yard sale for only $2. It was probably normally $5. This yard sale was very, very recent, and they had all brand new Dollar General items and all new brand new Target items. It was an insanely big, I'd like to say hoard. I know it's probably like not the nicest word to say, but it was crazy. And this man that was at the yard sale, he was like, my wife buys and buys and buys, and like, we need to get rid of this stuff now. So, I mean, I got a ton of brand new Target items, which I was ecstatic for. So this one I was very excited to find. I didn't do much to this. It just, you have to twist the legs in and your crate stand is good to go. It would have been cool to find more just to kind of like put on top of each other, but I decided to do nothing with this but put it together and add some florals and some greenery and added some pumpkins to this. And I kept it very basic because I wasn't sure if I wanted to reuse this down the road. And like I said, I will say this a million times. I love reusing items, especially if it's not glued down and if there is nothing on here. So if I want to use this for Christmas time, I can. If it's like a permanent Christmas thing, I want to paint it, I definitely can down the road. But if I was to do anything with it now, I would be sanding it and just kind of reusing or not reusing or kind of throwing it away if I had to like sand and do a ton of stuff during, I want to say, the winter season. It's not for me. But this is what it looks like. I think it is absolutely adorable. I would love to find another one of these. So if you guys are Target shoppers and they have them again this year, let me know in the comments below. But that is it. If you guys like this video, I would love if you gave it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I would love if you continue to stick around and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any fall DIYs for the next couple months. Also, make sure to check out the Membrane Solutions MS-A3 air purifier. Link will be down below in the description box. But that is it, you guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye!